Let's go down to Jerome's. So this time of year, we get to explore the space. We get to throw some crazy-ass ideas that make sense in our weird Neanderthal brain, throw it up against the wall, see if it sticks, right? And a lot of these do make a lot of sense. They really do. Now, before we get into why are the Vikings trying to sign Cooper Kupp, we need defensive line, offensive line, cornerback, running back, blah, 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 blah. Yes. You can walk and chew gum. And also, free agency takes place before the draft. So I think you're going to be all right. Plus, Cooper Kupp is not going to break the bank. Like, he's not going to be the crown. Like, you, my friend, are the belle of the ball of the Vikings free agent class. No, ain't going to happen, man. But you got Cooper Kupp, Cooper Kupp's, we'll get into it. He's had a really weird career arc anyways. But Cooper Kupp is getting up there in age, and TBD if he's going to be back with the Rams. It could be a cap casualty out there in La La Land. Cooper Kupp says he's got a lot of good football left. Unsure if it's with the Rams. That's out of my control. I think he's gone, especially if Stafford retires. I think that's going to be a clean slate in LA, and I think that Cooper Kupp is going to be a free agent. So, Ave Maria. Hey, why are you yelling? I was told that this is a safe space to express ideas. All right, so Cooper Kupp, Vikings, ? Does make sense for a myriad of reasons. Number one, Kevin O'Connell, former OC of the Rams, with Cooper Kupp as a star receiver. Oh, by the way, so we said that he's had a really weird career arc. So 2021, Cooper Kupp wins the Triple Crown for receiving 145 catches, 1,947 yards, 16 touchdowns, which is good. It's pretty good. He only has one other 1,000-yard season. And yeah, he's had health issues. Hasn't played a full season since 2021, but he was the offensive player of the year. He was a first-team All-Pro. He was a Pro Bowler. He went to the Super Bowl, won a Super Bowl, was Super Bowl MVP, and basically has just been okay other than that 1 year. It's almost like Brady Anderson's 50 home runs for the Orioles back in the day. Things that make you go, huh? But honestly, if you take away his 2021 season, he's basically Jamison Crowder. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. But, of course, for that 2021 season, Kevin O'Connell was the offensive coordinator. That's right. One of the reasons why he got the job here at the Vikings because of Justin frickin' Jefferson. Could he have Cooper Kupp type production? Yes. And also, you know who was the passing game coordinator / tight ends coach, but mainly passing game coordinator of that Rams? Wes Phillips, also here with the Vikings. So that does make all the sense in the world there. Plus, Cooper Kupp's got a great story, man. And so came out from Eastern Washington, go Eags. That's the only time we'll ever say, go Eagles, unless we're talking about like Boston College, right? And then he goes from Crackham, Washington to Super Bowl MVP. Glorious. Love it, man. Then Cooper Kupp gets a big-time contract, 3 years, $80 million after his 2021 season, wins the Super Bowl. Life is good. It's amazing, man. And $12.5 million base salary this year, probably not going to happen, and the Rams can save a ton of cap space by moving on. And you're saying, yes, you have Jefferson. Yes, you have Addison. Yes, you have Hockenson. Yes, you have Naylor. Yes. What's wrong with adding more, right? And the Vikings, even though the Vikings receivers put up good numbers, especially Jefferson and also Addison, Hockenson was getting things going when he came back from his ACL. Naylor had 6 touchdowns. There wasn't that consistent third option, especially underneath. And one of the reasons why Darnold had such a deep ADOT and why Kevin O'Connell kept dialing up all this deep stuff and the Vikings couldn't have the quick game is that there wasn't really an option underneath consistently, right? And that's what Cooper Kupp could be. So why Cooper Kupp? Fills that slot machine role. I mean, that's essentially what he's been since that 2021 season, where he's just been between the hash marks and just 5-10 yards of the line of scrimmage. That's what he does. Plus, he would be great as a safety valve for J.J. McCarthy as he gets going. Experience with Kevin O'Connell, Wes Phillips also will be cheap given his age. He's probably going to get like 6. Somewhere in there, can still be productive in a limited role. Yes, you do have to factor in health and injuries at this stage as he's going to be 32 next season. But, I mean, if he's going to expect 90 or 100 targets, that's not going to happen, right? Could he get 60, 65, 70? Sure, certainly could in a volume passing offense. Also, he wouldn't step on toes. Like, I feel like Kupp, this is a weird spot because, I mean, maybe Kupp still feels like he's an alpha, except he hasn't really been an alpha since Puka got there, right? And I do think that he could settle into a clear-cut wide receiver 3 role, and even with the Vikings, could potentially even be behind Hawkinson in the pecking order. But I think that if he wants to be a part of a winner, obviously the familiarity in the system, similarities between the Rams and the Vikings here with Kevin O'Connell could make sense. Also, you factor in Jordan Addison's suspension. So Addison, once his DUI case gets adjudicated, the NFL will impose suspension. It will be 3 games, likely going to be next season. So having Cooper Kupp in there in the mix to help take the sting out of things could make a ton of sense there. So I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Does he play guard? Does he play defensive line? Does he play quarterback? No. But guess what? The Vikings need that short, underneath, intermediate target working from the slot because the Vikings, frankly, don't have it. With all the weapons in the world, they just don't have that guy who's going to move the chains on 3rd and 5 as the quarterback is bootlegging out. It's just frustrating. Plus, he's clutch. But he's not the high-volume receiver like he was back in the day, but he's a guy that can get you big-time clutch plays on 3rd down. And that's exactly what Cooper Kupp can bring. So make it happen. Make it happen. Reunited, and it feels so good. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Cooper Kupp one time. You can just hear the crowd at US Bank Stadium. Coop. No, they're not saying boo. They're saying boo earns. Let us know. Comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.